Hi friends, Linda here from my fancy homestead. How have you been? I've been very ill and I am so weak. Today is the first day I'm actually feeling a little bit like a human being instead of like a squished grape. I keep saying that. I wanted to update you on what's been going on in the house thus far while I've been um, undisposed. So we have had we have had asbestos survey done, and we had a structural engineer come in as well and look at things, and we had a heat wave, and during that heat wave I kept opening all of the windows into the house in the house to try to help with the moisture issues in the air and help to dry it out a little bit, and that opened a new can of worms. Anyways, whew, I am dizzy still. Very. Okay, here we go. So asbestos survey told us that this lovely ceiling with the black mold artexing, there you go, that this lovely ceiling with the black mold artexing is actually asbestos. And now that it's drying out, it's actually separating from the plaster above it, and it is falling off, which is very dangerous. So we will have a company come in and remove it professionally. It's gonna cost an arm and a leg, but I am not playing with asbestos myself. I do not want to do that. It's raining today and I can hear the broken gutter that we have up there dripping onto this roof. As far as I know, these three bits are actually holding the wall up, because those are the joists, and that's the lintel above the window. The artexing in this corridor is asbestos as well. And we're just walking into this very dark room. Unfortunately, asbestos. You can... Oh, I need to take a breather. You can kind of tell where it is asbestos because the pattern of the swirls are different. Like it is a full swirl instead of half swirl. I think that they have replaced something into the living room, and that's why there's this massive round area where nothing is growing, no mold is growing on top, because the swirls are half swirls when you look at them in depth. So unfortunately what's gonna happen is, because we are hiring a company to come and take it all down, I will lose the roses. The ceiling roses. They will probably be taken down and disposed of with asbestos at the same time. I'm gonna take really good pictures of them so I could recreate or find something similar. And once I am not good. Once I can once we put the plaster back on and everything else is put fine, we can start working with that. Whoa. If we go upstairs, we have some dry rot that is coming loose, like a lot more than it was before. I had to take a breather on the stairs climbed up one flight of stairs and was out of breath already. It's nice that I'm feeling better after being ill. I am not really coping well with being very, very weak. It's like just a weakness in your bones and everywhere else in your body, and it's just like donk, and you can't do anything anymore. I managed to pry open some of the front windows as well, and looks like people have been trying to save them by keeping the original windows. The original wooden windows are actually sitting in a plastic like sheath that helps it go up and down. But at the moment the physical windows are so rotten that the panes of glass are slipping. They are single panes of glass. I am worried about the winter when it comes, because the moisture will be just coming in through, due to like there being like gaps like that between the pane and the window frame. I'm on the 3rd floor now. Another thing that has happened is, as the house has dried more and more slowly, it has started blowing off plaster off of the walls as well in random places. It looks like it doesn't adhere to anything, and it's just coming off. I think it's drying out and it's bubbling off. Yeah. Jackdaws fledged the roof area. I went upstairs with a bin bag and a stapler, and I stapled it all up, and hopefully no new birds will move in and we can remove our roof soon enough and replace it, because it is kind of broken. I am so sorry, this video is gonna be very, very short. I'm just gonna tell you I was sick. I am trying to get better. The house is drying out and it's showing up a lot of new issues. Yeah. Wherever we go, there's more stuff. I'm actually afraid that the panes of glass will fall out onto the street sometime during the next year. So, I was telling you about the plastic and the wood. So, that's wood and that is plastic. As you can see, I'm trying not to show you the street. So someone is actually trying to save the original windows and put them in the plastic to go up and down. I really appreciate that. Unfortunately, I think the time of the original windows is done, and the outside's pretty much gone. Like all of the little stripping that is holding the panes in is gone. Yeah, I don't know how they are holding in. I think moss and sometimes the rotten wood is literally holding it in. So I will need to replace the windows. I think 200 years for window is pretty good, right? I will need to take the carpets out of here. As the floors and the house has been drying out, there is more and more movement, especially from ground floor to the 1st floor. The stairs, the ones that go above the cellar and that have a lot of mold underneath, yeah, they're moving underneath your feet now. When you climb up the stairs, they just go whee. I have looked underneath and there's a lot of patches that have been done to try to fix the stairs, but it has the dry rot as well, and I don't know, and it could be that words. It could be that the carpet is the one that holds together the stairs. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I will go back to bed now. I Hope to see you next time, and I'm so sorry this video is so short. Thank you very much for watching, and stay healthy, okay? Because it can knock you down so much and set back your plans for forever.